Okay, fine, I'll start now. Welcome back, everybody. It's another Chris Haye community race. GT3 cars at Sveg. It won't be at night, as the thumbnail indicates, but it will be fun and pretty. And hopefully I won't bin it too many times, even though I really haven't practiced this track at all, or certainly not enough. And all the practice I did get was at twilight because it was pretty, and it's the middle of the day on the server, so I can't hardly recognize anything. So this will be good. We're already in practice, so I'm gonna unmute the stuff momentarily. There we go. Hi. And up we go.
I think it's on the left.
So we've already started. Discord is active. And we're going to get out here and try to get get one clean lap in for practice before we start quali.
Yep, right here, right before this funky corner. It's on the right. It's this funky S curve that I can never figure out how to drive. It's on the right hand side, big black sign.
Pit exit's clear.
It's a really fun track, and it seems to be, almost designed for GT3s and GTEs.
That's the end of the session.
Like this guy that
But I really haven't learned it yet. Certainly not enough to be fast.
These race channels in or something.
But it is gorgeous, especially at night. You get all lights all over the place and sunset colors everywhere. Unfortunately, it's a lot of long straights followed by 90-degree turns, so you really have to know what you're looking at. That was a little bit early for that one. Whoa! I'm, of course, in the Macker, but not a custom Macker. But I did manage to get into the orange 59, so all is right for the world. Could, of course, go faster there, but I don't know the track yet. Whoa! Nope. 3 should be good. Where's my breakpoint for this one? I think it's at the cones. Whee! Using basically my Road America setup, but I've taken a bunch of wing out to try and get some speed on the long straights, but that means I'm going to be squirrely in the corners. Whee! Keep it together. Yes, the dozens of viewers. Oopsie. There's the corner. Oh, this is going to be good. That was flat out in my earlier practice. I just wasn't confident enough. Boink. I'm not going to bother getting repairs because practice is over. It's probably waiting on me. Nope. Okay, well, whatever. So we have 4 in the session, might get one more. If you like what you see tonight and want to join in a no-stakes race with a bunch of cool folks, many of whom are other YouTubers, and just have some fun every other Wednesday night, join Chris Haye's Discord. Link is in the description. Jump in on the scheduling.
Doesn't feel too bad.
Nice.
And you too could try out new cars and tracks every 2 weeks. They always pick something interesting. There's the end of practice. They always pick something interesting to try.
What's your speed?
And and because it's not really part of any league, it's just a community race. There's no penalty points to incur. There's no driver rating to lose. There's just fun to be had with a bunch of folks who are out here to have fun, and you know that's
so how's the
that's
football
cool.
season going for you guys?
I don't know. I'm not paying that much attention.
Yeah.
VA boy runs around in Sweden.
I think I played too much Madden football back in the day.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, going for 4th down on your own 30.
We need to have a zero bandwidth versus Fred challenge.
Wow.
10 laps of Sveg, 20 laps of VIR. Each one has a home court
I've
advantage.
followed the Bears ever since, well, Channel 4 over here started to show a lot of football in the sort of mid-80s. And
Really?
yeah, I mean, it's not on terrestrial TV much anymore. It's just got like highlights packages. But the Bears had that great defence in was it 86?
85.
Well, you probably will. You are a
Super
faster
Bowl,
driver overall.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah, been following it ever since. So that's
It is true.
Exit's clear. Push. We've got 19 minutes to get a decent lap in.
Does me no good to deny it. What tires am I on? I'm in mediums. Okay, that's what I need. We normally run a 2x20 format for the races, but since this track is so long, we're going to do a single 45-minute race tonight. We have 2 McLarens. Chuck is in a Mercedes, and Jeff's in a BMW. So we'll see how this goes. I needed to at least pick a familiar car, because the track is not familiar to me yet. It's probably a 3rd gear corner. Well, we don't do custom skins on the Chris Haye races. Just because it's too much work to set up. The Glick might be a good choice here. Woohoo! Little lively in the rear end there. Giggity. Could this become the next Swedish Nordschleife? I certainly prefer this track to the Nordschleife. Whoa, doo-doo! Oh, that's it. I was remembering the wrong corner. I was remembering this corner. Well, he has a thing about not running imaginary racetracks, which is fine.
The leader's just done a 257.36.
But this is put together better than some of the mods out of real racetracks.
Hey, buddy, the password's Bravo. All lowercase.
Woohoo! Well,
Getting yelled at by gamer muscle over there.
How can you hear him? Is he too bad?
Doesn't bother me.
the cones on the side are helpful guides to brake for the next corner. It's probably a 4th gear corner. Just not brave enough to take it yet.
I always leave him on just to see if I've got good timing.
Oh god. Oh, good, I got stopped for it. I think this is a third gear corner. Mm. What's up, Vince?
So Chuck, what happened to the wheel then? I've seen tweets.
Sector 1 is quick.
It just
Oh, no, 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 no! Crap.
Yeah, the fan just kind of exploded.
Back limits, come on. This lap will be deleted.
Ah, I'm gonna pit. Ow. Dang it.
Our angry friend had the same thing happen to him, so this is a common issue with these Chinese fans.
The pit exit is clear. Push now. Okay, Pasha. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Just trying out Sveg with the Chris Haye community race. Have the McLaren set up with a pretty loose, low downforce setup. Trying to gain some speed on these long straights. I think the BMW and the Mercedes are going to have a big advantage there. Also because they're driven by better drivers, but that's beside the point. I could have taken. Well, I don't know if they're running the Audi here tonight.
That's Paul.
They're not running all of the GT3 cars. They're only selected a few of them. And now we have 2 Mackers and 2 BMWs. That's interesting. What did Juck come back in? Oh, he hasn't come back yet. Alright. I'm also having a problem because I did all my practice at night. While it's beautiful, I now can't recognize anything. But the screenshots. Oh god, the track's over there, isn't it? Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Nobody saw that. Doop-de-doop-de-doo.
The leader's just done a 246.46.
Oh no! This is going to be a cold lapping video, isn't it? Uh-oh. Now I'm really boned. He did a hot lap video in the McLaren here. I forget what time he set. Alright. Let's get a clean lap in. It's probably a 5th gear corner. I should have just watched Chuck's video before I started. That would have been a much smarter thing to do. Oh well. Smarter than going in blind, anyway. Ooh, Tail got a little happy there. Not again. Dang it. Well. Here we go again. Yeah, it's my ninja smoke from poofing back to the pits.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
What is your ninja clan, McLaren? What?
The leader has just done a 244.56.
Is this like a lullaby, Fred? Like, oh, this is boring. I'm gonna sleep now.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Alright, Fred, thanks for stopping by. Check in tomorrow to see how it went. You know how it's gonna go. Well, you know. It's hard to place in the race if you don't join. I just like any excuse to drive the McLaren, you know. It's my car. Oopsie. Okay, now this is the red street. There's another right-hand corner right up here. Oop. I've turned my traction control down and I have less wing, so this is a much looser setup than I'm used to on this car. Oh no! And I still don't know the course, and this is gonna...
This lap's been invalidated.
Fantastic. Oh god, now I need to get out of the way. Slight technical difficulty over here.
Wheel fan explode?
No, the broken part here is between the wheel and the chair.
Oh, a pep kick. That's what we call that.
No. Still haven't set a valid time yet. This is going to be one of those races where the qualifying times are all in different minutes. Oh, Jeff with a 246. Somebody's been practicing for this.
The leader has just done a 238.59.
238? Holy crap.
Not even by the bridge by that time.
At least I didn't crash here this time. Of course, now I have a damaged car, too. Oh, I forgot there's somebody catching up to me.
What car are you in, Chuck?
McLaren.
Keep forgetting which turn this is. It's not obvious where the apex is in any of these corners. Oh no!
Okay, Pasha, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Yay! I'm in the same 10 seconds as everybody else.
Sector 3 is 4.5, off the pace.
If I had more wing, maybe I could take T1 flat.
That's a new fastest lap for Holden, 2:37.30.
He's still taking time off. I forget what the hot lap time was, but it was...
God.
Sector 1 is 2.8 seconds, off the pace.
Of course, he's also on softs. Probably has a better setup than me. I'm just copying Road America. Which isn't really all that similar to here. Just... Had I done adequate practice, I probably would have been at least a second quicker by now. No. Okay, take that in second then. I can do that.
That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
Alright, looks like I'll get one more crack at this.
Good lap, that's your quickest so far. That puts you 10 seconds off the leader's pace. That lap was a 2:47.33.
Crew Chief Jim is so good at damning with faint praise. He's like, that's your best lap this session. It's 10 seconds off the leader's pace. I'm like, oh boy.
So, looking at Chuck and Adam, did you guys run an entire race on soft tires? See that?
There's no way.
No way.
I think the mediums will make it, but no way on the softs.
Sector 1 is 2.9 seconds off the pace.
How funny would it be to just switch to a completely different car?
Sector 2 is 2.2 seconds. Off the pace. Checkered flag, P5.
Look at that delta. It's like, oh, you're not screwing up half as bad anymore. Oh, come on. I need this lap. It's not gonna get me anywhere.
That's your
Bing.
fastest lap today. You're now 8.8 off the leader's pace. Sector 3 is 3.7 seconds off the pace.
Pasha, we need to have a race like we had over the weekend.
That was an epic battle.
So
The
much fun.
fastest lap for Holden, 236.43. That's the end of the session, P5.
I don't know if I could manage it at these speeds, though. That is the kind of race you hope you have every time,
Yeah, right?
instead of just getting punted off into the shoulder. I had a good one last night that I posted. That Skoda Octavia touring car mod is finally coming to sim racing system this season, and I've run it.
Oh, yeah.
I've run it offline a few times just to mess around with it and have some fun with it, but it's finally now on SRS, and man, that was a great race.
I'll have to check out
The
your
leader,
replay.
Holden, is pitting. P5, 46 minutes.
It's basically, you know, your grocery getter sedan with a roll cage in it, and so all the weight is way up in the front, and it's super overpowered. It's overpowered, but not stupidly so, like the TCR cars, and so you can lean on it without just breaking the tires loose. But if you try to break into a corner, it just snaps on you.
Is it front wheel?
Yeah, front wheel drive with all the weight in the front. So if you unload the rear tires at all and then try to turn in, you're like, nope.
Just spins around.
Yeah, so you have to like brake, turn, accelerate for every corner, like in that order with no overlap.
Sounds like a handful. Is it a manual or is it like flappy panel?
It's got paddles at least, so you don't also have to row it, but it's a proper sort of pro-am touring car kind of thing, but it's just really fun to throw around.
Which year is it?
I think it's the 2018, so it's the sort of the current model that they're running in the series. Oh, geez, the race is starting.
Apparently they're very similar to.
All right, Pasha, get ready.
Live.
Oh wow, that's a Fanatic themed car.
Go,
over there.
go.
Another BMW.
Holden
Cool.
is leading the race.
Left side. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
We're just gonna back off here.
Car left. Clear left.
Around Pasha. There you go.
I got back.
All right,
sat
then.
down on my chair right as the lights came on. Man, that was close.
You did what?
I went to the bathroom and almost didn't make it back in town.
Oh snap!
You still would have passed us by the end of the first lap.
Yellow flag, watch out.
For some reason, my flag display is turned off,
Increased. It's now about 1.1 seconds.
and I don't know how to turn it back on. I think I hit some hotkey while I was flailing around trying to do replays.
Nice to race this track with cars on it.
Yeah, this is like the first time I've done this with actual
No way.
people,
The
not
gap
just
behind is
AI.
now 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, I've only done hot laps. I've done no AI at all.
I've done lukewarm laps.
Team McLaren not doing very well already.
Oh yeah, it is McLaren versus BMW. I wish they still raced this Z4.
It's really stressful only kinda sorta knowing the track and trying to fly around it at full speed.
A long GT3 race in a McLaren, it kind of feels like I'm back on SRS.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that it was a 45-minute race. Oops. People. I don't think I have enough fuel.
Time to start lifting and coasting.
Yep.
I got Jamie in my sights.
Ahead is now 1.9 seconds.
Is that bigger or smaller, Jim?
Yellow
It'd be
flag,
like
you know it's about you, mate.
the last race we had. I ran out of fuel in the race. I got to push to get back in.
That was great. Uh-oh, hold it.
Whoa, there's a big old hunk of grass in the track. And a car behind the dust.
Isn't grass mod great?
You know, you mentioned something about really detailed grass, and I hadn't saw anything any different, but then I saw that, and I was like, literally a big old hunk of grass on the track. Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, you'll get that and like rocks kicked up onto the track.
Oh, nice.
Fortunately, it's just cosmetic for now.
Yeah, they
Well,
don't do anything to your car.
The gap behind is now
I did
1.6.
notice I hit a wall on this track when I first was testing it, and the mark stayed on the wall.
Really?
Yeah. That's right up here on the left. Yeah, right there. I don't know how that works, but maybe it was, unless it was already there and I just didn't notice it, because I've seen some marks on the walls.
Yeah, I'm seeing a few marks, but maybe it is from people hitting it. I don't know.
They're right in a perfect spot, I know that.
So is it just one race tonight then? Since it's a
Dang
longer
it.
one?
Yeah,
Oh, Pasha, track limits, come on.
Car left, clear left.
just 145.
The leader has just done a 240.74.
Well, I feel dumb.
Yeah, CJ changed that it up on us, and I didn't
So is that
realize
the new normal now?
I don't know. I don't think there necessarily is a new normal. We were actually discussing, Asha and Chuck and I, about some track combinations to try to get some more people involved. And we may start doing different tracks, car combos, than what the UK server has.
On your right.
Oh, okay.
On your left.
Kind of
Clear
like
left.
we govern ourselves.
Yeah. On your left.
Nice one, mate.
It's not done yet.
Left side.
Do they make you race the same
Hold your line.
combinations then?
Clear left.
No, that's not. I think that's a little strong. But when we first started,
Four. Cold tires all
CJ
round.
just kind of ran it and
Ooh.
sent me the combos that and the settings that he had chosen. I mean, I was new at it, and you know, he and Chris and the other guys that were already mods and already kind of running the show, and I came in after the fact. So, but he and I have talked about running different stuff on the US server. Maybe that would generate some interest.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I would love to race every week.
I've thought about that as well. The time is blocked out in my life, so I'm totally down. Is that Chris Haye sign on your right, Zero? And I'm sorry about this corner. I'm very ginger when I come through here.
You're not holding me up. I've wrecked here 3 times.
It helps me out then.
That's a new fastest lap for Holden, 240.35.
In ACC, they're talking about running a league. You need people to commit to that, don't you, really?
I don't have ACC, so I don't really know, but yeah, occasionally I'll see the voice chat for pretty full, so it looks like it gets some attention.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
Patrick,
is.
stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake.
I really
Stay
want to
on
run it.
This isn't over
I
yet.
have it.
Not
I,
bad, was
I
it?
bought it when it
On your right. Clear
released in
right.
beta.
That's your
But-
quickest lap in this session.
I'm kind of spoiled, and I'm struggling to go back to single screen.
It's got triple support now.
Yeah, but I guess you have to put it in surround mode or something. I don't know. I ticked that option, and it does not do like this game does, so I don't know. I haven't just dug into it.
I
That's
see.
a
Car
proper
left.
triple zone,
Clear
because
left.
I heard that it just kind of stretches the image.
There we go.
Good pass. Nice front.
Yeah, I think it's a limitation of
So it's
that
a
Unreal
workaround
Engine.
kind of thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I hit the triple screen button, started the game, and it was still single screen, so maybe I'm missing something.
The gap in front has increased to 16 seconds.
But I mean, right now, I was telling somebody the other day that, this game is like, it's like the game that is never going to die, almost, because it just keeps getting better and better. I mean, I
You do
just
all the
can't
work.
imagine.
Focus on your exits.
Here I'm rocking behind this McLaren. It's so detailed. This track feels so good. Why would I want to change?
Yeah. I would love another Assetto Corsa, not like ACC. Just
Yeah, like
an
Assetto Corsa
improved
2
version of this. Yeah, exactly.
I really don't understand why they went with a different engine, personally, because this feels so darn good.
Especially when Kunos' whole business model is, we build realistic physics engines.
The gap behind's increased to 0.8.
So in ACC, they're using Unreal Engine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for the graphics.
Cars 2 uses.
What's that?
No, they use Madness. Cars 2 is kind of interesting. It's like a Frankenstein creation of their own engine and like the old Artifact engine.
P3.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I've struggled to try to get that triple screen setup working. I just can't get it. Angles are all off.
Yeah, just the settings in general in that game are pretty awful.
Yeah. Like this game, you know, you turn on trip, set your resolution, and then you've got very granular settings to line everything up. It's just, it's just perfect. I mean, it reminds me of Gran Turismo 5 and 6. That was my first attempt at triple screen.
Just barely made that corner.
It just worked. It was lined up and it was perfect. This was very much like it.
Ooh, slipping and sliding.
I was fortunate enough to get one of the ultra-wide monitors for my birthday last month.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
Oh. If I didn't already have, you know, as much as I do invested in triple screens, I would get an ultra wide. Or if I was buying it, you know, if I was setting it up now for the first time, I would go ultra wide instead of triples because it's less to do. But at the same time, I also race console, and I don't think that the consoles will do ultra-wide graphics. I'm positive on that.
Yeah, I haven't tried it on my Xbox
The gap
yet,
behind is now
but
0.1.
yeah, I think you're right.
So,
But,
this is
you
Sveg.
know,
It's
I
an
mean,
imaginary circuit
I
in
know
Sweden,
It's amazing. I've seen
and it's gorgeous.
run rally in it, and you just have to sit it closer to you. I mean, it's the only difference that I would make. It's, you know, I'm running 43-inch Sony Bravias, so those little ultra wides.
Oh no!
You just have to get them closer to you.
Yeah, my
Jeff's gonna
eyes
get a
are
run on me here.
25 inches away from it.
Oh wow!
Okay, Pasha.
Yeah, I'm
keep it
like
nice and smooth.
50,
Come
I
on,
think
let
I'm
the race come to
54
us.
inches.
That's your best lap in the session.
It literally feels like I'm in a car.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. I think in the future, if I have the room and the money, I would upgrade to triples.
Yeah, well, trust me, it takes the room. I have an 8-foot meeting table.
That they sit on?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's you know, like you see in a meeting room, you know. And fortunately, I found a company that makes these, so I bought it direct, and they just happened to make one that had legs that you could adjust.
Like height-wise?
Yeah. So I was able to, like, my eyes are dead centered on the screens. So I can't adjust my seat that I'm in, but I can adjust the table.
Slowly learning the track.
So that really helps.
What you need is triple ultra wides.
Oh, dude.
360 degrees of view.
You know, and this is something I really wanted wanted to try it, but I just couldn't get the resources. Actually, I could, because I've got the PlayStations. Gran Turismo 5 and 6 would do 5 monitors.
Really?
Yes. You have to have 5 copies of the game and 5 PlayStations to run it. I've got the 5 PlayStations because I have, I already had.
That's a new fastest lap for Holder, 239.34.
My son and I already had a PS3 each. He had a Gen 1 and I had a Gen 2. And I built my triple screen setup. And I built those all with Slims, like whatever gen they were.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So we still had our regular gaming PS3s. So it would be easy to bring those up here, but I just don't have the screens to do it. But yeah, you can.
That's
do
not the
5.
line.
That would be insane.
It's really cool the way it works. So you have your primary system, which they call the master, and you set a static IP.
That lap was a 246.00.
What's that?
So like that one like runs the show and tells what the other ones what to do.
Yep. Yeah, you point the others at it and you tell them what position they're in. And you always start the first one first, like the main one first, and then start the others, and it just works. I mean, there was no there's no bezel adjustment. Well, I take that back. There was a setting for bezel that took a couple times to figure out, but I mean, it just works. And the cool thing, like, since I'm on TVs, sometimes when I boot my game up, this image will, on the PC, it won't cooperate and I'll have to reboot.
Wah, wah.
But
A bit of tire wear on all your
consoles,
tires.
since they're made for TVs, it never not worked. Like, it was never an issue. So I've kept an old wheel that I swap out just in case I ever want to play G5 or 6, because it is so much fun. And I like the fact that they have the actual endurance races too.
Uh-oh. How much do I turn in for this?
Holden, 238.79.
Those skid marks are mine. See if I can catch Adam when he has to make his pit stop.
Well, I tried
The car in front is pitting.
couldn't get on with it.
Yeah, I tried VR last Christmas and I just couldn't get past the resolution. It wasn't good enough in my opinion.
Nauseous.
There we go.
It's not for everybody, I know that.
Am I gonna make it out in front of Jamie?
Are you pitted?
I did. I had like 2 liters left.
Oh my gosh.
How much did you put in?
Like 40 something.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Yeah. I started with 70 and sure there'll be enough. Maybe 60, I can't remember.
I failed it.
Yeah, it said I could do 20 laps.
Yeah, that's what I went for too. I think it should be about 18.
Yeah. Well, you might get 18. By my calculations, I might get like.
No!
Track limits, come on.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh!
I should have told you what side I was on.
A bit of suspension
I
damage.
almost got out of the way in time.
You've got some serious suspension damage there.
Sorry about that.
On your left. All good, all good, all good. I tried to go right and yeah, it didn't work out too well.
We expect to exit the pits in position 5.
I'm right back where I was.
I had to warp. The car was dead.
Oh wow.
Because I hit the wall hard before you hit me.
Yeah, I saw the flag come up and your car was on the right side of the track and you were going left. I was like, okay, I'll take right. I was trying to be Cold Trickle. Don't remember Cold Trickle?
Blue flag.
You guys know that? Do you guys know that name?
No.
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder. Yeah. Said just go through because he was scared to go through the wreck. And he said, you know, just hammer into the smoke.
Blue flag.
And that's what I did. I never let off the throttle. I was like, I'm going to guess it.
And then did you just slam into him?
Yeah, I did. I slammed him because his car came back over toward me, and I had no place to go, so I hit him and then hit the wall. So I've got this destroyed windshield. My steering wheel is about 45-degree angle.
P5.
No, not a...
Take a screenshot.
I just wrecked in the same place again.
Track limits, come on.
Seriously?
Yep. Take 3.
So you win it. So how's that work? If you warp to the pits, are you still in front of me?
No, you basically start that lap over.
Oh.
So I'm incurring major penalties here.
All clear on pit exit.
Okay.
I am,
So you sit in the pit for like 30 seconds.
No, I'm right back out again.
Oh, really? Okay.
Crap.
I think it depends on server settings.
Fortunately, well, I hope it repairs all my damage. Getting new tires. Oh man, okay. Seriously? It didn't repair all my damage.
No, you have to check repairs in the pit window.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't auto repair?
You can go around for another lap and you still won't, I still won't pass you if you pit again.
It's dumb. I saw the little bar and it had a wrench beside it, so I just assumed it was doing the repair. But yeah, I still have a 45-degree wheel. If I'm gonna go straight, I'm going crooked.
There are 3 different damage repairs you have to check. One for body, one for suspension, and one for engine. You have to check all 3.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I'm good for engine. Engine is good, but I've got a left front strut jacked. Yeah, and my steering. I'm sure that's the left front strut that I'm seeing. And it was kind of crazy because when I went through the grass, there was grass flying everywhere.
Bet it looked really cool.
Yeah, I had a huge cloud of smoke behind me. Or dirt. It was cool.
Well, I just happened to look in my rear view mirror and you can see grass like just flying up even near the spoiler. It's so flying so high.
That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
Do you know how much that taxes the CPU?
Not as much as you'd think.
I can't imagine it is. I mean, on this track, I'm literally getting 150 frames a second. I'm also got a brand new rig, so it might, I don't know how it would do in my old rig. But this track
Come
is
on, car.
very,
All right.
It's not polluted with a lot of stuff. Now there's a version of Sebring that actually has the crowd there. I bet that would push it.
I think the number of opponents also.
Oh yeah, definitely
matters, since there's only 5 of them.
Well, and it matters how many's on the screen too.
Yeah.
Like in our review. And does that mod, does it work pretty much on all tracks? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah,
Cool.
On some tracks, I've noticed it actually like fills in the grass way more. Like on Spa, it looks like you have like 1.5 feet of thick grass.
The car ahead's pitting.
Side.
Aha.
well, Shaders Patch lets people define a separate config for every track, and the folks who have updated the tracks for the grass mod have added patches of grass to be rendered. So as people update those track configs, you'll see more and more tracks get better populated with trackside grass and that kind of thing.
That makes sense.
So where's these check boxes for repair?
If you open the pit window, there are 3 rows at the bottom for damage repair. I think it's body, suspension, and engine.
Oh, so I have to go to the pit window. Oh. It's 3 rows at the bottom. Pit window. Oh, pit stop strategy. No, I don't see anything there.
Like while you're driving.
You can like hit presets.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing that comes in on the side. Oh,
Yeah.
presets
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Oh, son of a gun.
Darn it! Not again! Not again! Oh, you're kidding me.
That didn't come up when I went into the pits, so when that comes up,
really?
does it come in when you enter the pits? Because it was not on the screen when I was in the pit.
I'm dead in the track again. Hang on. Moving again.
Setting that you can turn on and off for it to pop up when you enter the pit.
Oh, okay, I see it now. It's under presets, but it doesn't let me change anything.
No, no.
It says no.
Do you have
on.
an pad on your wheel, like a
Watch
directional
those track limits. We
arrows?
don't want a penalty.
Yeah.
So
There it is.
that, yeah, and you just press. Did you
Oh,
get it?
yep, I got it now. Okay. I see what you're saying
And
now.
that way you can, while you're driving, you can modify your pit strategy.
Oh, golly, how would you do that when you're driving? Okay, that's just insane.
You just do it carefully.
Yeah,
I just had to do it for when I refueled.
Well, while I was in there, because I didn't see it, I didn't know where it was at, I hit the back to pits option, so now I have a clean car. And a full tank of gas, I got it all.
And now we're on the same lap again.
Are we really? I wonder who's behind me.
That's me right behind you.
Really?
Jamie's coming up to put a lap on us.
You're in this guy in. The gap's now 2.9.
And I was hoping not to get lapped on this track.
I think you guys are a lap down from me. You're blue on my real time.
I'm probably 2 laps down to everybody.
Yeah, when I hit the back to pits thing, locked my controls for 26 seconds.
Pasha, weren't you saying it didn't do that to you?
I think it depends on how much time you lose by warping. If you're like way up the track and you're about to lose 50 seconds anyway, it doesn't also assess a penalty.
Nailed me. But then again, I pitted again. I couldn't see it. It already finished the pit stop. And then I hit the back to pit, so I don't know.
Maybe it just took pity on me.
Yeah, that's it. But I do need to figure out why that screen doesn't pop up when I come into the pits.
I
look.
feel like it's a setting in Content Manager that you can change.
Yeah, I think as long as you move your little D-pad, it'll come up anyway.
Okay. Well, I mean, you think about it. I don't remember having a pit.
Like ever?
Well, at least in these league races, we haven't had a pit since maybe Spa and the Mazda 7, whatever the car was.
That was hard.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Well, no, that's the last time I remember us pitting.
I kind of like this longer format race.
Well, I like it as long as there's a lot of people. Like we've got 5 tonight, which is a crowd for us.
It's true.
If there's a lot of people, I think it's fun, especially with Pasha and I wrecking and adding a little drama into the race, and now I got people on my tail. It adds some realism to the game.
The front is now 2.1 seconds.
Yeah, I agree. Those SRS races, the GT3 ones that just ended, they upped the amount of tire wear and fuel usage. We could think about doing that to make it a little bit more realistic, force us to pit.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Well, after this race is over, I would like. I know I talked to Chuck and Pasha in a little thread. I would like to come up with a car track combo tonight, if possible. If not, first thing in the morning, so I can go ahead and get it up.
Yeah. I'm down to talk about it after the race.
I've noticed that the UK server's not even up yet. It's still down. I like to give CJ some crap, let him know we had more people show up for the US race than he did.
Yeah, how many people voted for this? It's like 20-something, right?
Like 21, yeah.
What happened?
Wait, the UK race didn't have any people?
2.
It was literally just me and CJ, and my wheel was broken, so I couldn't do it, so...
That's really strange.
And everybody was excited about it too.
That's the second time that they've had to cancel in the past month, I think.
Part of it could have been, it sounded like we would have like a week or so, and it was about like 3 days before the vote and the surgery going up.
Did you guys just see a glitch on the screen?
Not that I noticed. Okay.
That was me having a decent lap. I know that looks unusual, like a glitch, but it actually happened once.
That's your quickest today.
I've played games before where anytime somebody entered or left, you'd see just like a split-second pause, and I thought that's what this might
Gap
be.
ahead is now 1.9.
I had a heck of a thing going on. I think it's the new shaders patch has some kind of weirdness in it, but I was running a race at Okayama on Saturday, and there was a big old section of the backstretch that popped in like right before I drove on it. And it was really disorienting because you could just see through to empty space underneath, and all of a sudden the road would just pop into existence right in front of you. And I'm like,
Okay, Pasha, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
yeah, always the same spot, and just about every lap, but not every lap.
Well, and that reminds me of Road Atlanta. There's a spot off the track where you go the infield. In real life, it's just a gate. But I took the car off there one time, and I literally fell. It's like you went into a hole.
Yeah, LA Canyons has that too if you go off the road.
Well,
Funny.
spoiler alert, that at least is fixed in the new version that's coming out soon.
Were you able to get it working on your computer, Pasha?
Sorry, I was turning the car. Yeah, I think we figured it out. It is unfortunately an interaction with the latest version of Shaders patch, but if you just go to the previous one, then it all works again.
You got some sort of in with that creator?
He showed up on my 24-hour stream on Saturday, and I was like, hey, like what you're doing here. How would you like to do the preview video for LA Canyons 1-2? And I'm like, yeah, I would.
Yeah, that was super cool of him.
So I'm going to be working on that this week.
You had a 24-hour stream?
Yeah, the Extra Life charity game day for Children's Miracle Network. They do a 24-hour game day stream event every year, so this is my first year trying it. So that was midnight to midnight on Saturday.
I've never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of the Children's Miracle Network, but I didn't know you were, like, it's a game thing. So you race for 24 hours, or, I mean, how's that work?
Yeah, I just streamed for 24 hours. I did pretty much every sim racing system race that came up every hour. Did a bunch of stuff in between. I was running some LA. I had an LA Canyons cruise server up the whole day, and did random stuff and stayed online for 24 hours. And I actually the Sim Racing Online UK is another league that I'm in. They had a series with the Racing Studios GT1 cars, and they do live streams of those with a commentator, but the commentator they usually have couldn't make it for the middle of the season. So I jumped in and did the play-by-play commentary for that race during my 24-hour stream. It's like, well, I'm 16 hours in, and now I get to play IMSA radio for these guys.
That's awesome.
You did well on that.
Yeah, you did a great job, by the way.
It was super fun.
So I'm assuming you're not married, or you got a real cool wife?
I asked her about it. It came up. I mean, it's the sort of thing you plan all year for. So I asked her about it in advance, and she was like, well, you're a grown-up. You get to make these decisions, even if it means acting like a kid. So whatever. So she took the kids and visited her parents and spent the whole day there. You know, they had things to do, and I sat in my basement and played video games for 24 hours.
That's awesome. Well,
Should I ask your awesome racing chair?
Yeah.
I asked that because it's kind of funny. I haven't seen my wife all day today.
6.8.
She was out and didn't get home till almost 5, and then I remembered that tonight's race night. Plus my oldest son wanted to play Destiny, and I told him I would play it at night. So I was kind of like, babe, and she was like, hey, look, you're good. I'm an awesome wife. Have fun with your buddies and have fun with your son. I guess there's more awesome wives out there. Do what?
He sounds like a keeper.
No, I've had her for 25 years, so. She's kept me around for 25 years.
I've had myself for 25 years.
I take it I'm the oldest one in this group, huh?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I just turned 31.
Alright, so I'm the youngest. I'm the little guy.
All right, so you're 31, right? Okay, what's everybody else?
25.
Wow. You're 25, Chuck?
Yep.
Wow. Here's what's funny. My oldest son is 29.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
You got a kid older
The
than you,
fastest
man.
lap for Holden, 2:38.73.
Pretty hilarious.
Wise beyond your years.
What about you, Pasha?
I'm about to be 41.
Oh. Yeah, you're in my era. You're only 7 years behind me. Because I'm almost 48.
Old enough to know about Days of Thunder.
Ooh, I know, I like that. Jamie?
I'm 50.
Ah, you were the elder statesman. He took the title away from me. He's
keep
been
it
all
quiet.
sly and quiet. I love it. I love it. Well, ever since when Gran Turismo 5 came out, I started racing with a group of guys, and I was next to youngest. Everybody else was older. It's amazing. I really think it's cool how much, you know, sim racing is one of those hobbies that attracts all kinds, you know.
There's about 3 guys that are older than me on the UK server.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's one guy way into his 60s.
Frank.
Yeah.
Awesome.
P5.
I got a PlayStation
We see him
guy.
everywhere, all around.
I met up with him one night on a server, and he started asking
The gap in
questions.
front is
He
now
was obviously new to
5.8
PlayStation,
seconds.
new to sim racing. He was like, you know, I'm like 65 and I'm just learning. I'm like, okay, dude. That's awesome.
I hope I'm still doing this when I'm 65.
Oh, I certainly plan on it. I've no doubt.
I mean, I hope I have enough money to buy a real race car by then, but
you know,
This is
at that
safer.
point you won't want a real one by that point. Let me tell you something, dude. When you get in your 40s, at that point, you're like, nah. You heal slower and everything hurts.
yeah.
Because it's like, all right, so I'm a huge baseball fan, huge. And I played baseball through high school, and once I became an adult, started playing softball, blah, blah, blah. And probably halfway through my 30s, continued to play. But then things started to hurt. And as much as I love the game, I found a new sport.
That's 2 minutes left.
One that
2
doesn't
minutes.
give me broken toes going into a base or
Tearing ligaments in your arm.
Yeah, well, and one night, on a cold night, I was legging out a base hit, pop, and
Your hamstring?
Blue flag.
Is that me? We're disconnected.
Nope, you're here. His hamstring snapped so hard it whipped back and took out his microphone.
Yeah.
I think my chat might have gone down.
Tell us about the hamstring.
I hear you guys. You want to take this inside, Chuck?
Right side, clear right.
That was a negotiation for a pass, but it did sound more like an idle threat, wasn't it? You want to take this inside, Chuck? Normally it's take it outside, but you know, what's normal about me?
P5. That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
Oh wow, it's over already. I had no idea how much time was left.
Yeah, so is it Chuck? It just passed you?
Yeah.
Oh, see, this whole time I thought that was Jamie back there.
No, I've been spending most of my time in a wall.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you came over to hang out with us on the west side of the Blue Orb.
I'm really surprised I've lasted to the end of the race. I think I'll fare a little bit better next time.
Well, we would definitely love to keep having you, man. I mean, we're a fun bunch.
So the thing is, I get to work from home quite a lot, so you know, I can plan it so I can sort of have a late start on a Thursday, and I'll be fine. So
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
I'm the same way. That's how I'm able to some nights stay up a little bit later and enjoy. I get some really good sleep tomorrow, though.
Smoke effects work.
I'm having a outpatient procedure. I get the sleepy gas or whatever they use to put with.
Smoke effects are really good for donuts.
Are you doing those now?
Oh, yeah.
Are you done with the race?
Yeah, Chuck lapped me right before the start finish. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm done.
Oh, and it made you done because he p***ed you. Well, darn, Chuck.
That was really weird.
I was having fun watching you in my rearview mirror to make sure you didn't pass me.
what do you think of the track?
Oh, getting some grass now.
Actually, you know, at first I was kind of this is a weird track, but the more I raced it, it's actually other than a couple spots, it seems like a very fast track.
Yeah.
If you can be smooth, you can really whip it around here. I just never got to that point.
Yeah. If I could figure out that one section, it's got that goofy S. If I could figure out that section, I could be faster. Because this, honestly, this feels a lot like Road America.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it feels a lot like Road America. Oh man, I could see the finish line. But yeah, that's what it feels like to me.
Well, there you go. Oh,
Well, that was something.
well, that McLaren wasn't too bad. It's all right.
Yeah, it would have been a good time if I hadn't stuffed it in the wall twice. And the whole time I was thinking, oh well, I can make up for this in race 2.
Yeah.
Oops.
Race 2. It never happened.
Oh well.
But if you guys are going on weekly routines and you're going to change it up with the car and track, then I'll certainly keep my eye out. But listen, thanks very much for the race, guys. And yeah, I'll be back another day.
Absolutely.
We'll go
Thank you,
bed
sir.
Because I haven't
All right, buddy.
prepared for this one.
See you later.
Alrighty. Good.
Easy.
Take it easy. See you later.
Yeah. Okay, so this is strange. Now we just finished the race, right? And everybody finished, correct? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, had to refresh. I guess it hadn't. What? It hadn't fully refreshed. It was showing everybody with a DNF. But Pasha, you were in front of me, bro.
What? That's
You
not...
were in front of me because I got a DNF.
Oh no. What?
Yeah, hey, give me a DNF.
Well, that's
I was
dumb.
behind you. So it. Wow.
Let's just see the donuts.
Third fastest lap.
Oh,
I got a
yeah.
DNF. Oh, pit lane time. 17. Oh, that's your pit lane time. On we go.
Oh no, we don't want that view. Look at this.
6 car crashes. I'm never hitting anybody 6 times.
Well, 6 contacts. If you do like a... If you like bounce along the wall a couple of times, that's like every hit.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because that was the only time I
That looks good.
issue with you.
I'm watching the replay of my donuts, and man, that looks impressive.
Fun stuff. Alright, so I'm going to post the results here. So this race is over. Do you guys have a thought for what you would like to race next time?
I think we've done both the Tatuus and the Lotus Exos. They're the sort of the stock Kunos open wheel thingies. I did the Tatuus at Laguna Seca this afternoon, and that seemed fun. We'd try that. I'm a huge fan of the VLN Audi. I don't know how often anybody else drives it, but we just wrapped up a weekly series with it on SRS, and it's one of my favorite cars in AC. It's a, crazy downforce touring car, but it's really fun to toss around. It likes big tracks like Spa and like VIR and Road America and that kind of thing. See, it works really well at like Watkins Glen, CTMP. That kind of big sweeping track.
Gotcha. Yeah, have we raced anything at I don't think we have.
Watkins Glen? No, I don't think so. I mean, it's a mod, but it's one of the best.
So what was that car? What was it? An Audi, you say?
The Audi TT VLN. It's in one of the standard. It's in one of the Kunos DLCs.
Yep. Audi TT RS VLN. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the cup car with the push to pass. It's the crazy multi-winged monster one.
I only see one Audi VLN. It's VLN.
Yeah. There's like a TT Cup, but then the TT VLN, and the VLN is what you want.
Yeah.
The Cup car is fun, but yeah.
The VLN is legit.
Oh yeah, it's pretty fun, and it sounds really angry.
Yeah, it's got a lot more torque and horsepower too. I'm down for that. What do you think, Chuck?
I can't say I'm picky. I think if you're looking for numbers, I kind of thought about this. Sometimes it's detrimental to the racing, so it might be too much for some people, but people tended to really gravitate towards those sort of iconic, really cool, classic sort of really mean, like the 787 or the, what was it, the Lotus Exos, or, that kind of stuff. Something like that, maybe toned down more, but I can't think of what's in the game.
Yeah, the problem with the 787 is it's incredibly hard to drive. You look at it, it's like, oh yeah, iconic race car.
People really loved it, and it was really popular, but half the grid would finish in the UK race, so
yeah.
You gotta find something in between, like your normal boring, like MX-5 to that. People really like GT3s, but I don't think people also want to do GT3s all the time too.
I agree. Well, there's still a lot of, like, I was looking the other night, and there's some really cool, like, Kunos cars, some, like, in that same type of car as the 787, like the Porsche 962. And then there's this new, like the new,
that was bad.
the new prototype cars, like the Porsche 919. Those look like it might be fun, and they would be in that same really freaking fast scenario.
Yeah. With the
I think that was on mute. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was like trying to talk, and I was saying personally, I love LMP1 cars and like high downforce cars, so I would be all in for like a race with the 919 or something.
I've heard that the balance between the LMP1 cars and AC is bad though. Like we'd have to pick one of them and have it
all over the place.
We'd have to pick one of the LMP1s and have everybody race the same one instead of trying to do the whole class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm totally down for that. I kind of think that's it. Honestly, I think that's a good idea. We haven't driven the LMP, and I think it would be a lot of fun. Now, honestly, I don't know what other LMP1s could. I wish there was a way to sort stuff.
You can in Content Manager anyway. You can list by class.
Well, I'm looking in the content, so let me go over here. Single. There we go, and then I can sort here.
And then I turned right trying to get out of the way, and I turned in the way.
So you can just go to like your normal drive page, go to search for your car, and then search for like LMP1 tags.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Change car. Here we go.
Oh, that's not constructive.
Well, I haven't tagged all of them, but they're just stock tags.
Yeah, so you have like the Audi R18 2014. The Porsches. Do you guys have the URD PX mods by chance?
Not yet.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't think everybody I think we were trying to stay with
Content.
at least for now, because I mean we've done mods that I think going with at least a few races with definitely Kunos, and that way the odds are more people would have them. They don't have to monkey with installing and blah blah blah.
Yeah, and the URD content you have to buy. So
yeah, exactly. So in the LMP1 we've got the Audi, we've got the Porsche, and the Toyota. They all look good to me. I don't care. You guys have a choice?
The Porsche is my personal favorite.
Yeah, the 2016 Porsche is the fastest. I think the easiest to drive is probably the Audi, and I haven't driven the Toyota much, but that tends to be kind of hard.
Okay. So you said the Porsche, that 2016 hybrid is the easiest to drive?
The Audi's probably easier, but the 2016 Porsche is pretty easy too, and it's the fastest, I think.
Okay.
That just looks cool.
Let's settle on the Porsche 919 hybrid 2016 then.
All right.
And then I'm down, and gosh, I don't think I've driven one of those in the trip, so that'll look awesome. So track. Now this is a very fast car, so we're going to need a fast track, right?
Yeah. It's great at Spa, Watkins Glen.
Silverstone's good too.
Silverstone. I like tracks with a little bit of like grade change and some interest.
So, do you guys have any? Okay, so as far as I know, we haven't ran the Nordschleife.
I'd rather not.
I'm a huge fan of Nordschleife.
I don't know about that.
You guys don't like that, okay?
I am so bad at I'm so bad at it. The last race we ran at SRS, I parked the car in the pits and did commentary for the second half because it was more fun than driving.
Oh my god.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so I tell you what, since we're staying in the Kunos, because we'd actually talked about doing like Kunos then a mod, Kunos then a mod, and that way we can hopefully get more people involved. What about let's stay in the Kunos? What about? So we know it's good at Spa. Have we raced Mugello?
Ooh, that's
not on the US track. Yeah.
Because
it would be really fun on Mugello.
I love Mugello. I absolutely love that track, and it's got elevation changes.
Yeah, it might be pretty good there.
And that long straight would just be wicked on those cars.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That sounds perfect.
Plus, there's plenty of braking zones to recharge the hybrid and that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Well, that settles it. I will reach out to CJ because I think he will make the what do they call that? The graphic for because he likes to do that. That's kind of his thing. So I'll have him make the graphic for that.
Okay.
And then
that's Jamie that pulled up behind me and was like, nope.
I know somebody mentioned weekly, or do we stay with bi-weekly? Do we have a thought?
I'm down for weekly. But if you guys think it would be too hard to commit to that, okay. I don't know.
I'm going to need at least some practice because I've never driven any of the P1 cars before.
Okay, I tell you what. Let's do this. Let's start it. Let's do it. Start this one on a 2-week, just kind of like normal, and then that'll give us some time to look at our schedules and see if it's even possible to do weekly. You guys good with that?
Cool.
Yep, that sounds good.
All right. Sweet.
So this will be on the 20th of November.
Yes.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. And I will. I'll let CJ know for the graphic, and we will go from there.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm stoked. I'm excited about racing this car.
Cool.
Me too.
I'm
already loading the track.
Anyone in it.
already loading it up. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
the only thing close to the only thing that's close that I've raced was you remember the Peugeot 908.
Nope.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I know it was an LMP1. So.
Oh yeah.
The first time I ever went to a IMSA race, and it wasn't even IMSA back then, it was American Le Mans, was in 2008. Me and my boys went to Road Atlanta, and we fell in love with the Peugeot, and it was the first time that Peugeot had came to Road Atlanta, to the Petit Le Mans, and that car did not disappoint. It broke a track record that day, doing a minute 6 and change on the track, and it was a turbo diesel. But the craziest thing was that car started at the pole. There was an Audi, and it was that open top Audi turbo diesel that started.
Uh-oh. Well, there's a gap in the chat. I'm going to take this opportunity to jump out. We're going to continue the conversation about tracks, but it looks like we're doing LMP1s next time at Magello on the Chris Haye community race. So stay tuned for that, probably in a week or two. If you like what you saw, I can't imagine you like my driving, but this is the kind of thing we do. We pick a car, we pick a track, and we have some fun on it. So join Chris Haye's Discord. Watch his channel. Revel in the quality of his videos. And join the community. And we'll do things like this. And hopefully not crash as much as I did. So I'm going to shut off the stream here. Thanks everybody for joining and watching me do terribly at Sveg. It was still fun. It's a beautiful track. We'll do it again surely someday. And I guess we'll see you in the next video, whatever that is. Hopefully do the LA Canyons thing soon. But I can't promise anything yet because time and effort. See you guys then.